Hello everyone. In this video we will discuss about cellular mobile communication. So we know that mobile, which we also call it as a cell phone, it has a structure of cells. As you can see here in the right side diagram, the base stations are placed in between here. Here you can see, just mark it with a pencil. Here you can see this is a base station, which we call it as a tower in our general terms. Base station is placed in between the cell. So exactly what is cell? That question will come into your mind. It is not created by drawing some lines. Cell means every mobile tower will be given certain bandwidth, and it sends the signal in all directions. Here like this you can see, and when it sends a signal it creates a cell, and that cell is a range of a tower or a base station, what we call. And mobile system is split into number of cells as shown in figure. You can see here this tower or this base station, and between this base station and this base station one cell is created. You may see here that these cells are joined at the edge, but it is also possible that, and it is not showing any gap also, but it is not like that. These signals will overlap from one cell to another cell, and even sometime cells may not be closed and there may be a gap, then you will lose a signal. When you go into that area you lose the signal. But usually what the range of that particular base station is there, it is creating the cell structure. And always the base station will be located in the center, because automatically when the signals are propagated from the base station, around which it will create a cell structure. What happens is, when we call or when we are connected with the base station, the handset will receive the signal from the base station. Suppose assume that you are calling to a person. Your call will be sent to the base station, and if that person is within that range of that particular mobile, it will be going to directly from that tower to, or that base station to, the other handset which you are calling. Otherwise it will contact the another base station, and from there it will send the signals. And how this is done, we will discuss it in the upcoming topics. There is a separate topic on that. Like usually the base station keeps the track of cells of all handsets in the cell. Means if I am located in this particular tower area, one particular tower area, you consider I am located in this tower area, okay, or this base station area, its record will be kept in this. So there are different mechanisms to do that. We will discuss when we discuss it in detail, the architecture of the mobile computing, then we will come to know about that. Then mobile handset still continuing to call. One more thing is there, very important. In this term we have to understand what is base station hands off. Base station hands off means, suppose assume that I am belonging to this tower which I have marked with the right, correct? And suppose assume that I am moving, I am on car or bus, I am going to Honavar. Okay, just imagine. And when I am moving here, my tower will change. Suppose if it's a Jio tower, it will change when I reach to Haldipur. So what happens? I am shifting from one network to another network. That is what we call ubiquitous networking. Correct? Means even you are moving, it will not be disconnected. So that process, in that process, what happens is, when I move from my network to another network, your handset will be detected in this particular base station. Means it will be identified in this base station, the next base station what I am going. My call will not cut, only the network will switch, and that task we can call it as a hands off. So this is one of the feature of mobile computing. When when cell covers the covered area having too many users, then what happens is user may call frequent call drops. Sometime you must have noticed, because there will be some bandwidth issue. Certain bandwidth will be assigned to a particular tower or a particular range. When more number of users are using the same network, ultimately the bandwidth will be divided, so there will be frequent call drops. So we know, as a network so in a network subject, you must have learned this. There's a frequency division multiplexing, time division multiplexing. About those concepts you must have learned. So to overcome this problem, cells are split into smaller cells. So this was regarding the cellular mobile communication, how the communication is done in cellular mobile. Thank you.